What are you doing? Get out of the middle lane! It's people like you why we can't have nice things. Hello everyone and welcome back to the BUKC from the perspective of the Swansea University Motorsport team. And as you just saw there, all my bags are packed, I'm ready to go, although I'm not leaving on a jet plane. Instead, I'm heading up to Middlesbrough to take part in the BUKC 24-hour at Teesside Autodrome. I believe that's its name, as I'm about to hit a queue. That's fantastic. So for myself and the majority of the Swansea lot who are heading up for this weekend, this is our first BUKC 24-hour. Whilst I claim to have experience in endurance racing, I have nothing on this scale. I did the old 45-minute solo endurances at Buckmore back in the day. That's my experience of endurance racing. An entire day of karting. I just don't know what to do with that. But yeah, I am really looking forward to it. I think it's going to be an absolutely fantastic weekend as a whole, just focused on karting for the majority of the time. A bit like the qualifiers, except obviously we don't have the Club 100 carts, which is a shame, but I'm sure there's a very valid reason why we can't. So as mentioned, obviously I'm going up with Swansea, this is still the Swansea University Motorsport team. However, we are not alone in this venture. We are being joined by 5 people from Aston University, and eagle-eyed viewers amongst you will know that that is in fact the University of karting friend Suzanne Gutsold, who's actually now karting girlfriend because she's going out with James Derrick. Don't know what happened there, but oh well. But as well as the 5 people from Aston, we are being joined by 2 dads of BUKC members. Those are Jeremy's dad. We've also got the main man himself. We have got Mr. Simon Pugh. Yeah, that guy, he's back. Simon Pugh is back in business, and he's racing this time, and that is fantastic. For those of you that maybe don't know, he's featured in 1 or 2 videos. We're never really giving him much time in the sun. Basically, he's Adam's dad. He comes down to every race, like every BUKC race, takes some very good photos, and he's just a general solid bloke. And the fact now that we're racing with him in the BUKC, it's just glorious. It's just glorious. It's what a time to be alive. What a time to be alive. By the way, if you notice, I've got this bandage on my hand. That was from I was on a run, you see, trying to sort of get my weight down in time for the kart for this weekend. And I was on this run, and I turned a corner going quite fast down a hill, and then all of a sudden a bear came. This bear just came out of nowhere. And we started fighting. It obviously ended amicably. I'm still here. You know, we reached an agreeable truce with filibusters and safeguards in, but he did get a good hit on me, and as a result, I've got a little scratch on my hand, which is unfortunate.
Look, it's a husky. There's a husky. There's a husky in the back. Oh my God.
Well, that's it. That's the motorway leg done. Thank you, motorway. It was shocking. And now Middlesbrough. I don't know anything about Middlesbrough. You're right, Lenny, mate. How's it going? Look at this. Look at this. You do. I always forget how bright it can get around this time of year. And it's not even 7 o'clock yet. Oh, it's gonna be glorious. Oh goddamn! I was meant to be next.
Is it? Is it?
Yeah, it's Banky Shan, isn't it?
1 James, 2 James, 3 James, 4 James, and a Jeremy. Sorry? Morning, James. Morning, James. Ah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll carry on doing that. Drive a changeover, hence hit accelerate now.
5 kilometres an hour. How come that sign's done?
So what? Out wide.
Yeah, so you actually want to be on full throttle, full throttle.
Full foot.
So you get to this line, foot on the floor, and it's aimed up here.
Yeah, because being a heavier driver, I'm not.
Yeah, trust me.
This bit's going to ruin me.
The seat position further back in the BUKC, there's only 1 engine. I think
it's okay, we'll be alright with the fault.
It's alright though, it'll be alright. At least we're not like obstructed here.
Power. Adam.
Good morning.
Simon.
Different strategies.
There we go. Better than you.
I'm sorry, I thought you were going for the tea.
No, I was going to shake your hand, you know.
I wasn't sure.
That's good.
I've been awake for 20 minutes, James. This is... yeah, same.
The other car,
He's got a beard. He'll come next year though, surely.
Yeah.
I think
He's coming for freshers as well.
And Jasper is.
Yeah, mate.
Oh god, okay.
Go on, Jeremy, you're the electronics.
Go on, Jay.
Yeah, your room was full of LEDs.
Oh, these are neons.
Don't you dare call me an electrical engineer.
Yeah.
Mate, you're much better with electrical stuff than any of it.
Yeah. I was going to try and get some like comedy car stickers, just to stick them on.
Actually, looks quite good, doesn't it?
And we've got
the blue wheel for some of it.
I do like the blue wheel. It is very comfy. It's just the only thing. I know you've heard it a million times. It's just the name.
I get it. I don't really care though.
I care. Everyone else cares. Swansea, it was so much better.
It's not though.
It is. Swansea comes first. We are the superior city,
But we have the slower
This is
people.
probably the only thing I'll ever agree with on my life with James Chancellor. It's that one James.
and that is on camera.
I just don't care.
Yellowy greens.
Redo my helmet then.
There's the pink. Where's the pink one, boys? You got it. Okay.
Just completely wrong.
Glow in the dark strips and neon lights. Delightful.
This and
Everyone wants to have a good time. To make it easy, I'm going to tell you how it's going to work today.
I'd have him over Charlie Whiting. I've just been introduced to the Pugh family's house, basically.
Yeah, our house.
The house. It's a van. So I'm trying to tell you everything you just told me again.
So basically, it was a commercial van I got bought in January, and spent 6 months basically converting it. So you can carry road bikes, racing road bikes, a bit like Ben races.
Yeah.
And we reckon possibly, if we take the bed off, we could actually get a go-kart up on top of there.
Oh, that's the
So
dream.
That is a double whammy there.
That is the dream.
So we've got solar panels on the roof.
Nice.
320 watts, so we're self-sufficient. We
Beautiful.
have cold water. Yeah.
Cold water. Oh.
It's good. That freshened you out in the morning.
My dad can't even change a plug. They've given me the radio. I feel powerful. Over.
Looks like you've just lost a screw. It's just lost a screw. I think the axle's gone. Yeah, it's the axle. Oh no, it's the wheel. It's the wheels.
I think yeah, it's just the wheels come off. Look at it. You must have run over a curb or something. Is that the same tyre? What went wrong? Do you know? Anything.
Could have hit a curve, could have this, if one stood forward then the other
Too much load on the other.
Look at his little face! Look at it! Oh dear! Oh hello! He is ready. This man's happy. 119.6, currently 11th for the B team. That's pretty good. A team, where are the A team? A team, I think, are like 6th or something. 119.4. Yeah. Carson girlfriend. Ooh. Ooh. Do the thumbs. So with practice well and truly underway, it's probably now worth revealing who is in the A team and who is in the B team. In the A team, it was a predominantly Aston affair with 4 members, including Nicky, Foxy, Jack O'Toole and Karting Friend. From Swansea, we had Ryan and Adam, and then we had Adam's dad Simon filling up that final position. Should point out at this point that the A team didn't really have any organisation going on. They were just throwing people out there as they saw fit, unlike the B team, who were a picture of organisation, running every person in the order they would be running in the race. So out first we had Jeremy Todd, followed by James Derrick. We then had Ben Goodwin, who was on scintillating form pace-wise. Following that, we had P-Dubs, next year's president, and then Will Rattenbury, followed by Jeremy's dad, James. There were 4 Jameses in this team, I should point out. Then we had Aston's only entry into the B team, that was Jack Dobbins. And finally, rounding off the grid, that would be yours truly, Mr. James Johnston. So B team looking very well organised, A team not, but the A team were at this point still on top in terms of pace. In terms of qualifying, it was a very good showing for both teams, as Ben was able to get the B team into P20. I was expecting us to be a lot further down, and Foxy, who would be starting for the A team, was able to get the A team into P10 on the grid, which is where we now cut to as we await the man in the pink shirt to drop the Union flag and start the BUKC 24 hour. Ignition started. Go on, Jeremy! Go on, Jeremy! Now what? Well, what next, Johners, was that both teams got actually very good starts. Jeremy was able to get from 20th to 18th, but as for Foxy and the A team, they were able to climb up all the way to the dizzying heights of 3rd, and I believe at one point they even got up to 2nd. So a very good start from both teams. So now we just have to hope that this good form can continue as we progress through the race. Come on, Jeremy. We go down into the second. Good, Jeremy. Aston So yeah, obviously I spoke a little bit too soon there about the good form continuing for the A team, as Foxy suffered a puncture which dropped them all the way down to the back of the grid. However, more calamitous circumstances were on their way. Burn my hand. So sad. I was went into Club 100 mode to start pushing it from the back. I forgot that there was an exhaust there. I feel silly. Where do you think the A and B team are going to finish respectively?
I think very early to say, but so far so good for the B team. So
yeah, P19 I think we are. No, we are P16, but that will be with pit stops surely.
I would be happy if we got a top 15.
B team?
Yeah, B team. That would be over the moon for me. I think we might come in top 20 in the end though. And A team I think, I say because they had movement right at the back, so I'd say... So
the old flat tyre syndrome.
Yeah, flat tyre syndrome. So we'll see. I am confident they will get top 15.
Okay. Right. 5 games. Right. Adam, can you do that in about half the time, please?
Okay, I reckon it's going to be close between the A and B team.
I agree.
I reckon the A team might just nudge it on consistency over the race.
Less people as well.
Yeah, I reckon both teams in top 20.
Both teams in top 20, yeah, I agree. I'll take that. Yeah, because it's too early to say exact positions right
it's
now.
It's such a long race.
Yeah.
You don't know what's going to happen.
Both teams top 20.
Yeah, so we are at 5 AM.
Yeah, 5-8. So as we cut to the 3.5–4 hour mark, we see P-Dubs here racing for the B team, and the B team were doing surprisingly well at this point, with solid stints from Jeremy, Derek and Ben, seeing them running as high as P9, but the A team had recovered remarkably, as Nicky this time was only just behind P-Dubs, although that wouldn't have happened had Ben not traditionally cocked it up in the pit stops, as he now shall explain.
Well, I was doing pretty good, and then I noticed there was pitfall out.
Right, pitfall was out.
So I pitted and turned out.
At what time was this during your stint?
It's about an hour in.
Right, and how long's the stint? An hour and a half.
But I didn't look at the clock, so I didn't know at the time.
So we don't even need Jeremy's side of it, it's entirely your fault. Ah, Ben, I'm going to miss you when we eventually kill you slowly and painfully. Anyway, back to the on-track action. As we can see here, Nicky has been able to overcome P-Dubs as P-Dubs had himself a little spin down by the bottom of the track, down by the uphill section, which is a little bit difficult to film. And once again, the B team suffered a pit stop calamity because P-Dubs, in his darkened visor, thought he saw us calling him in, when in actual fact, it was the team in front of us who was sitting right next to us. So, yeah, he made another pit stop, and that we ended up making 2 pit stops more than was necessary. Although, as the old saying goes, could be worse. So the full course yellow, this is a result of the A team. So the B team, and after the few calamities, thanks to that man and that man, we're now back in the race.
Well, not really.
So we are. They've run out of fuel. They've got to go recover him.
Do you get a penalty for running out of fuel?
I can't imagine you would. Yeah, there he is.
Sometimes they do funny stuff like that.
Right, the guy inside me broken down. The guy inside me broken down.
Hello, what's the problem? We're in someone's right now.
Ryan. Hello.
Hello. Nice hand.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
So yeah, big calamity there for the A team, and unfortunately that was the story of their race. Their car just was not up to scratch. They had a big fuel flow issue where it would drink a tank that should last an hour and a half in only about 70 minutes, and that was the case for a lot of the drivers. That problem did clear up in the end, but it did take a long time to do so. But yeah, A team just had to do the best they possibly could and hope for as good a finish as they could possibly achieve. As for the B team, it was smooth running and easy going for us after those 2 pit stop calamities, with Will Rattenbury and James Todd putting in some good shifts. And as we see here, a very, very artistic shot of my arse as we get a pit stop underway and send Jack Dobbins out as twilight begins to descend. As we see him here coming down into the bumpy first corner, the effects of endurance racing are beginning to take hold. Sleep tight, little one. Sleep was on all of our minds, but unfortunately for me, Jack Dobbins was nearing the end of his stint, so that meant that I had to get suited and booted and head out into the night. So, I just did my stint, probably about, I don't know what the time is. What is the time? 1:30. Yeah, I got back in about half an hour ago. That was bloody great. I didn't think it would be, because every single person that came out was moaning about how knackering it was, and like, to be fair, I am knackered. I am absolutely done. I can barely walk. My hands are actually fine. It's my arms that feel weird. But yeah, it was absolutely, it was great. Started out like end of the tyres. I came in for a service about 20 minutes into my stint. Well, I wasn't very confident during those 20 minutes. I just wasn't feeling it. Went back out on the fresh fronts. I think they just put fresh fronts on, and just the grip was phenomenal. I've never experienced a change in grip like that, I think, ever in go-karting, because I only ever do Club 100, and the grip doesn't really change so much. So, but just to feel to feel the difference, it was brilliant. I had a great time. All of a sudden, I felt the confidence came, and whereas before I'd get overtaken, and then I just wouldn't get back past. People would overtake me, and then I'd get them back. Sometimes I'd stay in front. Other times, they'd get me back and then go off into the distance. And then this one guy. I don't know if I'm getting your name right. Blue suit, like grey suit with blue padding. I think your name is Stratton or Stranton. I can't remember. I was the guy in the green helmet. For like 15 minutes, we were going back and forth. It was absolutely fantastic. It's one of the best racing I've ever had. And the best thing about it was clean. It was really, from my perspective anyway, it was clean racing. If I was a bit dirty, I apologise. I don't think I was, but I think it was all good. But yeah, no, it's just that I really enjoyed that. I came into the pits and he was in front of me, but we were so close. It was great. In terms of driving news, James Derrick's got the shits. So was meant to be going out at 2:30, but now he's not. Ben overran his stint by about 20 minutes, so he's going to go out for an hour, and then that's him done. And then Derrick's going to go out for his stint. Hopefully his problem has cleared up.
6.5 hours later.
I am in a lot of pain. Basically, whilst I was asleep, Ben, Derek, P-Dubs and Rattenbury went out. Ben did an hour, as he was meant to, because he went too long in his first stint. Derek didn't do as long as he should have done, because obviously he's got his problem. P-Dubs was short as well. And then Rattenbury only did like 45 minutes. I'm not sure why. Apparently there might have been a problem. But the long and the short of it was that I ended up over in the pits at probably about, I don't know, 20 to 10. And I basically found out that I was going to be out at like 10:15. So I was like, oh, I haven't got a lot of time at all. And to say I possibly wasn't in the best physical condition to do another hour and a half at that point was an understatement. I am broken. I can't really walk properly. My ankle's buggered. That's actually all right. Actually, that's fine. Still got my burnt hand, although it feels okay. So interestingly, the two bits that were wrong, they're okay. I got a few blisters, but I'm just a shell of a man. In terms of my stint itself, that one was worse than the second. I just felt like I was getting lapped all the time. But apparently I did make up a position during the stint when the guy in front like lost 3 laps in the pits or something, I don't know. Something to do with a tyre or his peg or something, but I think it looks like we're on course to finish 18th, which is really great. So we've gained 2 positions in our qualifying. We were running 9th at one point, but you know, top 20, happy days, I'm happy with that.
Well, get ready to get even happier, James, as first of all we see Nicky here trying to recover for the A team to get as good a position as they can, but Jeremy has been able to capitalise on our cart's fantastic reliability to climb some places on people who have had calamities. As we see there, I think that's Newcastle Has-Beens, who are our closest on-track rivals. They're only about 2.5 seconds behind us as we're now fighting it out for P17, although more breakdowns happened, such as this man, for example, who I believe ran out of fuel. I think we just saw Jeremy run through there, and now this man as well, who has also run out of fuel. This now means that Jeremy and the B team are running up in P15, and we also see some late drama here, as in the battle for the podium, the Birmingham team have suffered a mechanical issue and they can't even get their kart going, although they did have 7 laps on their nearest competitor, which is more than Jeremy has over Newcastle Has-Beens, who are now only 4.5 seconds behind us. Jeremy has been able to extend that gap, but as we get towards the end of this race into the final laps, we see Jeremy go through, we see Newcastle Has-Beens go through. Is Jeremy going to be able to hold on to that P15?
Ben, hold up. P15, happy days. Where have the A team finished? 24th. That's, given everything you've been through, that's not bad. That's all right. That's all right. Swansea!
And there we go, that was the BUKC 24-hour, a fantastic result for the B team up in P15. I don't think anyone saw us finishing there, and also a very good recovery drive from the A team, given all the calamities they had with their car, to finish in P24. That is a job well done, lads. I'd like to personally congratulate every single person that took part in the Aston Z teams. You all raced absolutely phenomenally and deserve a really big pat on the back. It was also a very good day for Swansea Motorsport, as it was ex-Swansea bitches who took top spot on the podium, so well done to them. I'd also like to say a big thank you to Teesside Autodrome for hosting the event. The track and facilities were absolutely glorious, and this event as a whole I think has to honestly be one of the best things I've ever taken part in. It really encapsulated what the BUKC is all about. Different people from different walks of life with different passions, all coming together to share a love of one thing, and that is of course karting. We'll see you next year in the BUKC, and all that is left for me to say now is ta-ta and farewell.
Swansea!